Two that were big as a barn. They was big as a barn. They was tall as a tree. Let's take them on down to the factory. Covering up here time. We'll chop them in the bacon, slice them in the ham, squeeze them in the hot dogs, smash them in the spam. Throw their little eyes out in the rain, pickle their feet and scramble their brains. Oh. They're praying to God that they never get big. They danced all night to the pig town jig. They're praying to God that they never get big. Danced all night to the pig town jig. Like I said, they had a lot of songs about animals, and this one right here, there were a lot of silly songs, but this one right here, it has some words. I'm only going to sing one verse of the chorus, but mostly it's a fiddle tune called "The Great Cat on a Tennessee Farm," and Alan will help me out with that on the man. Hold on, nerves. I forgot the song.
Who is the most popular songwriter during the gold rush? That's actually an easy question. All right, what is it, Celeste?
Stephen Foster.
Stephen Foster, of course. Stephen Foster had his heyday in the 1840s, and his songs were immensely popular during the gold rush. People don't sing them anymore. When I was a boy, a lot of people knew a lot of Stephen Foster songs, but unfortunately they've dropped out of popularity, which is too bad because they're great songs, all of them. I just want to give you an example. This is one of his songs that's always been a favorite of mine. Nellie glide, roll on. We'll sweep the kitchen clean, my dear, and have a little song. Hold the room, my lady, make the fire burn. And while I take the banjo down, kill the Russian turn. Hi, Nellie, ho, Nellie, listen up to me. I see you, where you go. The neat thing about singing is not what we're doing, it's singing in harmony. Oh my gosh. And see, I didn't really get a chance to do that because most people learn to do that in church. Like Baptist churches and Methodist churches where they sing, the whole congregation sings. I love that concept, but we sang in church, but we sang Gregorian chant in a dead language, so that wasn't any good. But here's a song about that I just like, and I'm going to do it. And this has harmony for you to sing, but it's pretty easy. Hey Rick, can I play your guitar? Sure. Oh, never mind, I got one here. I'll play this one. I'll play this neat thing. This was, I got this from Lily and Carmen just up the road here. She gave this to me. Made in 1913. Your word, you have one word in each verse to sing harmony on. In the first verse, the word is angels. And I go, we'd sing there like angels. And then the men come in, angels. And then the women come in, angels. Wait, is that the right key? No, let's sing in this key. We'd sing there like angels, angels, angels. Can you do that? I see blank faces out there. We'd sing there like angels, angels. Pretty good. A little better. Come on, louder. We'd sing there like angels, angels. Okay, well, we'll try it. There's one word in each verse. I'm counting on you now. You gotta sing it. My dad was a Methodist, and on each Sunday morning, we'd be in church praying, just as sure as you're born. We'd sing there like angels in close harmony, but sin and salvation are no longer for me. 'Cause now I'm a Buddhist, I chant my mantra each day, but I can't get them singing in that good gospel way. So I sing to old Buddha, and the wonders of Zen. We'll meet in Nirvana, yes, we'll be there then. My old friends don't like me since I shaved my head. They all talk about me as if I were dead. My good old Zen buddies, they think I'm okay, but I can't get them singing in that good gospel way. As we sit there cross-legged, eating brown rice with tea, we chant out our mantras in four-square harmony. We don't sing of salvation, nor a heavenly home. It's that gospel singing, just home, home, sweet home. I know that's not Gold Rush, but it was fun. I like that song. Have you got something impromptu that's we haven't practiced?
I believe, did you have the copies of that stuff?
I don't know if we have a big enough crowd.
Oh, okay, well, we'll move on then. Let's do some impromptu. Sure, let's pick a tune. On the guitar.
Want to?
Sure. We'll do,
Somebody play lead on that.
I'll do Wild Flower without vocals, no vocals on Wild Flower.
Okay.
And let me talk a little bit about different picking styles. Of course, guitar picking, a lot of people are finger picking. I'm a flat picker, and I flat pick quite a bit in the bluegrass style. In other words, one of my favorite things to do is not singing. I like making the instruments sing. So I like picking melodies. And there's different ways. We'll pick a tune called Wildwood Flower. And one of the things we like to do is to swap leads. Alan has his side, he can play Wildwood Flower, and then it's my turn. And when I do my leads, I'm going to do kind of a straight Wildwood Flower. This was for Mark Carter, was the one that kind of gets credited for these type of tunes. She would pick melody on the bass strings and while she was strumming. So this is not out of scales. This is kind of picking a melody out of a chord. But the right hand I'm going to display. I'm going to pick just straight the melody, all downstrokes. Then I'm going to do some inside string picking and outside string picking. That's hillbilly talk. And then I'm going to do some cross picking, which is what originally was kind of like Jim Reynolds on mandolin, but then people took it and applied it to the guitar. Shall we get it on? You want to kick it on?
This is another one of Old Put's creations. And this is the only song that I've run across that's not a parody. In fact, it probably is an original tune. And it's not sarcastic. It's not even particularly funny. It's not funny at all when you think of the fact that somebody dies in every verse. He's talking about his friends that he used to know and how they all came to grief. One dies in a knife fight, one gets shot at a card table, one dies in a cave-in down in the diggings, and he's left alone at the end of the song. This is in E minor. Here you see old Tom Moore, a relic of bygone days. And a bummer too they call me now, but what care I for praise? For my heart is filled with woe, I often grieve and pine. For the days of old, the days of gold, the days of 49. For the days of old when we dug up the gold in the days of 49. There was Kentuck Bill, one of the boys, he was always in for a game. Didn't matter whether he lost or won, to him it was all the same. He'd ante a slug, he'd pass the buck, he'd go a hatful blind. And in the game of death, Bill lost his breath in the days of 49. There was Carolina Jess, a hard old case, he never would repent. He was never known to skip a meal or to ever spend a cent. But poor old Jess, like all the rest, to death did at last resign. And in his gloom, he went up to fool in the days of 29. There was Monty Pete, I'll never forget the luck he always had. He'd deal for you both night and day, or as long as you had a scab. But death dealt Jess a turn, the kind of time, and caught Pete sure right bang at the door in the days of 49. And there was another chap from New Orleans, Big Reuben was his name. In the plaza there on a sardine box, he opened Pharaoh. And he dealt so fair, a millionaire he became in the course of time. Till death stepped in and called the turn in the days of 49. Then there was New York Jake, the butcher boy, so fond of getting tight. Whenever Jake got full of gin, he went looking for a fight. One night he fell against a knife in the hands of old Bob Klein. And over Jake we held awake in the days of 49. Then there was Hackensack Jim, he could outroar a buffalo bull, I bet. He'd roar all day and he'd roar all night, and he may be roaring yet. One night he fell in a prospect hole, it was a roaring bad design. And in that hole he roared out his soul in the days of 49. Now of all the comrades I had then, there's none left now. And the only thing I'm fitting for is a senator to be. And the people cry as I pass by, there goes a traveling sign. That's old Tom Moore and a bummer ashore from the days of 49. Oh, I miss the boys and all the boys and the gold that once was mine. In the days of old,